This is a giant bee statue, and inside of it is one of Minecraft's hardest prisons, which in this video I'm going to be attempting to escape. When I spawned into the prison, I was in a small bedrock box with cobblestone beneath me, and there's a tunnel on my left and on my right. I couldn't see anything at the bottom of this one, and I couldn't mine the cobblestone under me because I had mining fatigue. But then I realized there was a lever in one of the tunnels, so I activated the lever and I got a milk bucket. And if you drink a milk bucket, you get rid of any effects that you have, so I drank that. And I no longer had mining fatigue, so I was able to break the cobblestone. Once I broke the cobblestone, I fell into a water block, and I was in another bedrock tunnel. I checked to make sure I wasn't missing anything, and I came to a stream of water. It led to a 1-block gap, which I couldn't swim through because the water was too shallow. Now I was really confused about what to do right here because I couldn't see a way to fit through this 1-block gap. But then I crouched, and I actually saw a hopper in the tunnel. I opened it, and it had one oak trapdoor. I took the trapdoor and used it to sneak under the tunnel. I swam up through the tunnel and it brought me to another room. This room was also just bedrock with a little staircase leading into a drop. I checked to make sure I wasn't missing anything in here, and once I was satisfied that I wasn't missing anything, I went to the top of the staircase and there was nothing on this wall, so I decided to just go down. I kept looking, but it was simply just another bedrock room and I couldn't see anything to do. And there's a little area blocked off by a row of bedrock, but it was also just bedrock. Now I was super confused right now because it looked like the whole room was bedrock and there's no way I could escape. But then I just started running around in F5 and I realized something. There's somehow a fake bedrock block right here. It was literally just a painting which I could break. So I walked through that gap, and in the next room there were 2 lava blocks. And I assumed that one of them would lead me to safety and the other would kill me. So I had to guess which one to do. But after going into F5 mode, I actually saw there was water behind one of them. So I sprinted straight through that one. And I survived that with about 5 hearts. In the next room, there were 2 pressure plates with command blocks under them, and I could not open the command blocks to see what they said. And the sign said, "One kills you, choose wisely." Now, I had no clue which one of these to choose, so I just spun around and picked one. I got teleported to some other room, and this room also looked like it was just bedrock. And all I had was a bucket, so I had no clue how I was supposed to escape. But in prisons, the number one thing to do is just going into F5 mode and looking around, so that's exactly what I did. And it turns out there was more fake bedrock. So I broke those signs and walked in the next room. In this room, there was a path of lava leading to a hopper, but I didn't see a way to go past this lava without dying. But then I noticed there were signs on the wall, and I was pretty sure that you can block off lava with signs. So I broke all the signs, and then I walked over to the lava to test out my theory. Sure enough, you can block off lava with the signs, and I quickly made my way to the end of the tunnel. Once I reached the end of the tunnel, I opened the hopper and it contained 1 ender pearl. Now, I still didn't see how this helped me because I didn't see any gaps in the roof. But after looking closer, I actually did find a gap, and it looked like it led out to the exit. So I decided to just risk it, so I threw my pearl, and I made it out of that little hole. Now up here, it looked like I was outside of the prison, but I was surrounded by barriers. And I double checked to make sure there were no missing spots, and there were no missing spots. All there was a sign mocking me. I was really starting to get worried, and I was starting to think that I could not escape this prison. And this sign was really getting on my nerves. But then I realized how stupid I was. I could literally just mine the dirt and go under the barriers. So yeah, it might have taken me a while to realize, but I actually did escape this prison.